Tsunami Express Car Wash, Steamfitters Local 601, Big Fish Contracting, SVA, a professional services company, WeatherTight, and Network Health on the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Are you looking for an accounting firm that can service your growing business's needs? SVA Certified Public Accountants will deliver your organization with measurable results in the areas of tax planning, consulting, outsourced accounting, succession planning, and more. Nationally recognized by Forbes as one of America's best accounting and tax firms, yet local to the Midwest, we've got the knowledge and expertise to take your business to the next level. Go to sva.com/baseball to learn how we can provide your business with measurable results.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service.
It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey.
Riding with you every mile since 1977.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Covering the Crew all season long on WTMJ, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue. Here is your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
Woo-wee, that's not just a sweep. That is utter annihilation of the Nationals this week. Wow, 14-3 the final today, and honestly, like I said on Friday, it wasn't even that close. It was 14-1 entering the 9th inning. The Brewers win. They sweep the season series against the Nats. And let me get out in front of it before anybody... Oh, well, it's the Nationals. It's what you're supposed to do. The Cubs just played 3 straight nail-biters against the Baltimore Orioles, who just sold at the trade deadline. They won the series. So flip the roles, right? What if the Brewers were struggling to win a series against the Nats, and then the Cubs went out and swept the Orioles in big fashion? How would you be reacting right now? So don't try to do this double standard on me of, oh, it's the Nationals trying to poo-poo your opponent. The Brewers came in and flat out balled. They did it the way they've been doing it all season long. Bryce Terang had a career day. Logan Henderson was good enough. The Brewers kept adding on. They didn't even need a lot of extra base hits today. They score another 14 runs. And oh, by the way, the Brewers now have the best run differential in baseball at plus 119. All that being said, let's go ahead and recap it with the highlights from this big win.
Ready for this?
Out of here!
This?
Brought it back! Ho, ho, ho!
And this?
It is gone!
Time for tonight's highlights.
The Brewers and the Nats getting ready to go for Game 3, the finale of this series. The Brewers at this point had played 18 innings of the series. They had trailed for just one of them. Well, they keep the good times rolling in the first, keeping it going with Christian Yelich.
Lord looks back at second, and the 1-1 to Yelich. And a ground ball back up the middle. That's going to sneak through and into center field. Contreras around third. He will score without a throw. And the Brewers on the board once again right out of the gate here in this series finale. It's an RBI single for Yelich.
Lane Grindle on the call there. Spoiler alert, the Brewers would not relinquish the lead the rest of the game. We go to the second inning, Brewers up 1-0. An infield hit for Brandon Lockridge getting the start today. With a man aboard, second time looking at Brad Lord for Bryce Terang.
1. And Terang, a high fly ball, right field, hassles back to the track. It is gone! Bryce Terang, a 2-run blast, and the Brewers lead it 3-0.
All right, he's matched his career high in home runs for a season now. That's number 7. Go to the bottom of the third inning. Logan Henderson has only allowed 2 base runners at this point. He continues to pitch well, now facing the dangerous James Wood.
You have to give the Brewers pitchers credit. This guy is very powerful and talented. Swing and a miss. High fastball, and Logan just put him away on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, James Wood.
Posted that sequence over on my X feed at Dom_Cotroneo. Logan was solid. He did not get out of the 5th inning, though. His pitch count was rising. He allowed an RBI single to Jacob Young. Then Aaron Ashby would clean up the 5th inning. The Brewers still in control, though. It's only 3-1. Well, they would change that with some Murph ball in the 6th inning. A leadoff walk to Blake Perkins. An infield hit for Caleb Durbin pinch hitting. Then a failed pickoff move allowed the runners to get to second and third. A sac fly from Brandon Lockridge. So now it's 4-1 Brewers. And then at the way that the Brewers always try to score runs is to try to take an extra 90.
1-2. The count remains here on Joey Ortiz. There goes the runner. The pitch is down and away. Throw to third is not in time. In fact, it's into left field. Durbin's helmet comes off. He carries it as he jogs home, and the Brewers lead it 5-1.
All right, 2 more runs in the 6th. Then the big 7th inning for the Crew. All of this with 1 out. A walk to Yelich. A single by Collins. A walk by Perkins loaded the bases. Durbin gets an RBI the painful way with a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. Then the bottom of the order continued to provide. Brandon Lockridge, a 2-run single into right center field on an 0-2 pitch, mind you. Then the bottom of the order with Joey Ortiz added a 2-run single as well. But another big swing with it 10-1 Brewers. Bryce Terang puts the cherry on top.
Pitch drilled into deep right field. Back goes Hassel. Turning, watching. He's a spectator as it sails way out of here into the Nationals bullpen for the 2nd home run of the day for Bryce Terang. Another Bryce bomb.
It's 12-1 Brewers. 7 straight reached in the 7th. And 7 straight scored in the 7th. They're in control 12-1. How about a few more RBIs for a career day for Joey Ortiz in the 8th?
Pitch. And Ortiz flips one into shallow left center on the run, diving and making a catch, and then the ball popped out of the glove of Lyle. Yelich is in. Collins, I don't think, realizes he didn't catch it. Collins never touched home plate. Collins has to go and touch home plate. Now he does.
Well, they did. Don't worry. It's all good. 14-1. The Brewers would have to give it to DL Hall for the last 3 innings. They try to get him through all 3. His pitch count rose to 47. He gets pulled. Grant Anderson comes in. 2 runs had scored. Grant ends things with the bases loaded.
Here's a chopper to short. Ortiz flips to second for 1. On to first in time. A good stretch on the back end of the play by Andrew Monasterio. And the Brewers turn a double play. And it's a landslide victory in D.C. The Brewers win it 14-3. It's a Milwaukee mandate. They sweep the Nationals, and the Brewers, the first to 67 wins in Major League Baseball.
How about it? Best record, best run differential. It's not a fluke. It's not luck. It's quality Brewers baseball. We'll break it down with Jerry Augustine coming up next here on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Elevate your escape during the summer of Audi at Audi North Shore and Audi Milwaukee, where you can save up to $15,000 on a new Audi or get low 2.99% financing for 72 months at Audi North Shore in Brown Deer and Audi Milwaukee, members of the International Autos Group, where our ordinary needs to be extraordinary. On select in-stock new units, savings include customer credit and dealer credit. Financing with approved credit, $15.19 per month per thousand financed. No down payment required.
With a 2-run blast.
That's the sound of August Brewers baseball in Milwaukee. Make the most of every remaining summer game day and get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
It's there all day, and it never goes away.
I hate pain. It robs us of so much. But if you take action today, your pain could be gone tomorrow. Because at Rejuvenex, we harness the power of Toradol and hyaluronic acid to calm the inflammation and cushion joints. Rejuvenex treatments are safe, they're FDA approved, and in most cases, insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pays for them. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, our treatments are affordable. It's not a gimmick. It's pharmacological medicine administered in office in a simple and convenient manner. And with it, our patients have been able to avoid risky surgery and begin to stop the onset of arthritis. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we've made pain treatment as easy and affordable as it can be. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Shop Tempur-Pedic mattresses at Steinhafels. Queen hybrids start at just $52 a month with 60-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Add an anti-snore adjustable base and sleep even better. Only at Steinhafels.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers win, Brewers win, Brewers win again. It's a 6-0 season sweep over the Nats. 14-3 the final today. Jerry Augustine is with us. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you all season long by Fifth Third Bank. If you're looking for somebody that truly understands your business needs, look no further than a banking partner like Fifth Third Bank. They've got a local team right here in Milwaukee, and they know how to hit it out of the park every time. For 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. It's all going to help your business thrive. Experience the unique commercial banking value that only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Jerry Augustine, I start you with a very simple question today. Are the Brewers the best team in baseball?
There's no question about it. I honestly, God, I've been around baseball for such a long time. I've never seen so much dominance in a 3-game series, and in fact, we sweep in the season series than the Brewers have with the Nationals. I think these 3 games are just unbelievable. Everybody up and down. How do you define this team? Well, you just put capital T, capital E, capital A, capital M team, and just everybody stepping up and doing the job that they have to do is just pure dominance in the way they're playing, and they're just going about it like it's their everyday job. And they go about it each and every day. They go out and they do all the little things you have to do to win ball games. And this series was just unbelievable. We can add the numbers. We can talk about all the records they broke. But I'm going to tell you, this ball club is just playing really sound baseball in all aspects of the game, and you just got to love what they're doing.
So there's 51 games remaining in the season. The Brewers are now 67-44, 23 games above 500. So for these final 51 games, okay, they can go 500, let's say, okay, 26-25. And that's still going to be a 93-win team. They're on pace to surpass last year's win total again. They have a chance to set a franchise record for wins if they keep this up. Now, they're not going to sweep every opponent, but I came to the firm realization and just the speak your truth moment today, Augie, that I know people are always going to be talking about October with the team, and that's totally fair. I understand that people don't want to believe in the Brewers because of their lack of October success since 2018. But I came to the realization today, Augie, that this team is better than last year's team. And I know we talked about Willie so much in the beginning of the year. We talked about the departures. We talked about the injuries and everything these first month and a half this team had. But in my opinion, this is the best team the Brewers have had probably since that 2018 team because, like you just talked about, every single guy, all 26 guys, have a role in a winning team. Every single one of them. And that's what makes them the most dangerous, and in my opinion, a more confident feeling when this team goes to October.
Yeah, this is a team where no matter who it is, and we say 26, but there's probably add on another 5 to 10 guys that are in the minors that have helped this club through the season and made throughout the rest of the season. That they go out there and they know what they have to do. They understand that when they come here, there's no pressure on them. It's just going out and being able to do what you do best. And I think that's the thing that I like so much about this ball club. And if you take things over the past year, this team is really built on speed. they get on the base, not only on the defensive side, their outfield is quick. They get to a lot of balls that some other teams don't get to. They're positioned very well for each pitcher that's pitching the game. But when they get on the bases, they take the extra bases. They do that, all the little things you have to do. And you have to look at this team on the offensive side, where this team is definitely heads and tails above last year. What they have done to go out and manufacture runs on a consistent basis throughout this year. And it doesn't make any difference what part of the game it is. You look at the game today, was a really kind of a close game up early. Well, sooner or later they were going to break through. And how do they do it? They go out and they manufacture runs and do the little things they have to do. So I think that you look at this team, they've not only gotten better in all three phases when you talk about pitching with their starting staff, with Woody coming back, this team has just been fantastic. This bullpen's really taken a different notch when you put DL Hall and Aaron Ashby before the four guys in the bullpen. And then you look at the defensive side, they're the best in baseball. They're so quick. But I'll tell you, the offensive side, manufacturing runs, I'll tell you what, it's been so impressive, and they do it day in and day out. And I think that's what's so much fun to watch. You say it's fun to come and watch the guy hit the 3-run homer, but I'm going to tell you what, the way the Brewers run the bases, hit the ball, that's a lot of fun also.
The Brewers were minus 32 for their run differential in the first 4 games of the season. They are now plus 119 for the best run differential in baseball. And some folks may be wondering, why do we care about run differential? It's kind of one of those numbers that you can't fake it, right? The teams that have good records but poor run differentials sort of suggest, seems like they're winning some close games. Doesn't feel like they're winning a lot of big, no. So when you think about it for a second here, Augie, again, today was game number 111. So for their last 107 games, their run differential has been plus 141. 140. Let me think about here. Math in my head is hard. 151. Okay, because of that minus 32, they have a plus 151 over their last 107 games. That is insane pacing for the Brewers right now. They have the best run differential in baseball. There's no secret. They play quality baseball. They hit the ball where they ain't. They don't strike out. They draw a ton of walks. I mean, look at today's game, right? They hanged 14 runs on the board, Augie, and they only had, 3 extra base hits, 4 extra base hits, the 2 homers from Terang, the double from Monasterio, and the double from Ortiz. That's it. 4 extra base hits out of 16 hits, and they score 14 runs. That's a sign of an offense that has multiple ways to beat you and multiple ways to say, oh, well, if that guy's cold, this guy's going to pick him up.
Yeah, there's no question. I tell you, I just did. They had 56 hits. They had several guys hit by pitch, and they had 14 walks. I mean, you're looking at 70-plus runners on base in the 3-game series. That's over 24 runners on base during the game, averaging. That's a lot of base runners. And you know what? This team takes advantage of it. Like you said, the run differential. A lot of people quite don't get sometimes what that run differential can mean. But for this ball club, it means that, you know what, you're doing the things you have to do in the game of baseball to win ball games. You're giving up less. You're making the opponents earn their runs, playing that good, sound defense, pitching the ball very well, staying ahead of hitters. Don't go a lot to three ball counts. And what you do on the offensive side, you're getting on the base. You're running the bases very well. You're stealing bases. You're putting the ball in play. And I'll tell you what, when you add those things together, that's a formula for success. And I'll tell you what, they are superb in each one of those areas. You look at how they compare to the rest of Major League Baseball. All their averages, their ERAs, team batting average, running with scoring position, hitting with scoring position with 2 outs. Everything is so much better than it was last year. And why are they doing it? Because they're doing the little things they have to do in ball games, and that's taking advantage, being patient at the plate, and putting the ball in play.
I agree entirely. By the way, the Brewers in this 3-game series, they went down 1-2-3 just once in the 27 innings of this series. That is a mind-blowing stat. A couple of texts that have rolled in here, too. Best run differential in baseball. We cannot be ignored any longer. That one from Tom in South Dakota. Most fun I've ever had in a summer since 1982 when Augie was winning for the Brewers. I'm really starting to believe this team can do no wrong, even with injuries. That text from Doug. So let's talk a little injuries. Let's give you the updates. Why didn't Miz pitch? What's going on with Sal? All those updates on the other side of this break on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
We see you out there making the most of every moment, one big bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like select name brand tires. Rewards members can buy 3, get 1 free and get an extra $20 instant savings. Purple Power Automotive Aluminum Brightener, just $9.99 a gallon. Plus, rewards members can save an extra 10% in-store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's private shopping night this Sunday only, starting at 5 p.m.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Guthrie & Fry. I love Guthrie & Fry. I've got their water softener, the salt delivered right to the basement. Their RO system, which filters the water in our house. What we drink, what we cook with, is crisp, clean, clear. It's Guthrie & Fry Water Conditioning's the best in the business. They also provide well pump system service, routine service, and emergency service. For when you need it, they've been doing that since 1974. At Guthrie & Fry, they know that better water makes a big difference. The teams I trust are at Guthrie & Fry Water Conditioning.
And the raccoon was wearing a necktie.
Never laugh next to the Theon table at Penny Mustard.
Why not?
The Theon table is proper, stoic, and no nonsense.
It has good table manners.
Stop that.
The Theon brings something to the table.
Be serious.
All right, Ben.
Let's table this discussion until later.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Come see the Theon table, paired with 6 Herald chairs, starting at $47.95 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
When you're at State Fair this year, be sure to check out the Bank 5-9 main stage featuring amazing acts like Boys to Men, Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias, and Darius Rucker. Tickets are on sale now. Bank 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Bank 5-9 between July 31st and August 10th. Member FDIC.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers win 14-3. It's a sweep over the Nats. I'm Dom Cotroneo with former Brewer Jerry Augustine. Thanks for joining us. Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, offering 5% off service for veterans and seniors all year long. Make sure you mention this offer when you're scheduling your appointment. Visit cider.com today. That's SEIDER.com. Families helping families since 1912. Augie, we got news today in the morning that Jacob Mizorowski would not be starting today. He has been placed on the injured list with a contusion to his left tibia, your shin. That is on the heels of Monday when he was pitching against the Cubs and Seiya Suzuki hit that comebacker in the first inning that ricocheted over to the first base side. He pitched through it, obviously, the rest of the game, but as the adrenaline wore off and as the body realized, like, whoa, that one hit me pretty flush, the body wasn't recovering like he would. So the importance of the left leg is it's your landing leg. And the Brewers mentioned and Miz mentioned to the media today that, hey, you know, the velo was a little down. I don't feel a lot of pain there, but it seems like this is a good time to take a little breather, make sure that it heals. But my question to you, Augie, you know, when you think about a bruise on the front of your shin from a comebacker, A, if that's going to impact something else in your body, let's go ahead and shut her down. And B, you know, if you're going to get hit, the shin kind of seems like, the shin or the ankle kind of seem like the worst places possible to get hit by a comebacker.
Yeah, I think anytime you get any discomfort in your legs, especially on your landing leg, when you're coming down, it has a tendency to make you have an adjustment, whether that adjustment is trying to shorten up your stride or lengthen your stride or don't go as close as you usually do in stepping towards the plate. It can make an effect, but I think there's two things involved here. I think it was not only the shin, but I think the little effect he had on that when he hyperextended his knee, you add the things together and you say, hey, you know what? He went through two things here. He's still feeling the shin, but that little hyperextension of the knee can have effect in your delivery. And the one thing you don't want to do with Miz right now is you don't want to change his delivery. I'd rather be safe than sorry and take that time off. You're looking at the number of innings he can pitch anyway. He can still go through a routine, throw soft bullpens, and be able to stay strong and stay sharp. And I think this is a good move by the Brewers by putting him on the IL for 10 days and let him take that step back, heal properly, and come on. But Dom, it can make an effect. It can change your stride. It can change the way you approach to the plate. And sometimes when you lengthen your stride, you get up and now your arm angle changes a little bit. You shorten the stride, and all of a sudden you find your upper body spinning too much rather than going directly at the plate. So it can have effect on your delivery. A good time right now with the Brewers playing so well is give him that little time off, let him go through some soft deliveries, sessions, and then bring him back when he's fully healthy.
And then furthermore, he also told the media today that he's going to keep playing catch during all of this, too. He just may not be throwing on a mound as frequently right now, making sure he gives the time for that left leg to rest. So it's not like he's getting shut down and there's concern or anything like that. So he also expects to be back on the 15th, you know, the minimum of when he's eligible to come off on the injured list, which is also good news. And to think about this being an opportunity for the Brewers to save a few innings for Mizorowski, and we can stop having to worry about this innings limit as much as we have to this point in the year because the Brewers have handled it well. And again, the reminder on the innings limit, the Brewers are limiting him for the regular season to say, hey, you have innings left in October, right? If things go according to plan, and let's say, you know, let's go ahead of ourselves here for a second, that let's say the Brewers are in the division series. Like, they don't have to play in the wild card round. Let's say they win this Central and they have one of the two best records in the National League. That's another breather for Jacob Mizorowski, meaning he's going to make a maximum of, 4 starts in the postseason if they were to go all the way to the World Series. So you map that out. You got to save 20 or so innings for Jacob Mizorowski. I think the Brewers are in really good shape in that camp that he would throw no more than, say, 140 innings in the best-case scenario that the Brewers keep playing deep into October as he adjusts to what it's like to being a big leaguer.
Yeah, you know, Dom, and another thing you look at here is it's a different situation if you got Miz coming up and he's struggling. He goes out and every time he struggles, he's not able to make adjustments, and he's back off trying to figure things out in between starts. But we haven't seen that from him. Right from the first game when he was on the mound, he got himself in a little trouble where he was throwing a couple, getting behind hitters a little bit. He backed off. He took that step back, came on, and went back and executed his pitches. He had the tough time against the Mets. He understood that, you know what, every game is not going to be perfect. What did he do? He made the adjustment and came back strong. And then you look at what he did with the Cubs when he gave that first inning. It was just nothing could go right for him. He went back, took that little time off between innings, got to speak with the pitching coaches, was able to get himself together, went back out and just pitched terrific. Here's a young guy who's come to the big leagues that is limitless on how good he can be, but yet he's learning how to make the adjustments early in his career. And I think that has a big reason why, number one, you don't force him to go out and pitch if he's not 100%, number one. And number two, you allow him to take steps as he is strong. And I tell you what, just getting off that mound a little bit, being able to play soft toss, making the adjustments he has, I think he'll come back fine. And I think he's going to be a big part as we move on to not only the rest of the season, but in the postseason.
All right, let's talk a little about Sal Frelick, too, because Sal wasn't in the lineup today. The word from the Brewers yesterday and from Pat Murphy is that it was not his hamstring that was injured and forced him to be pulled from the game on Saturday, but rather the same left knee that's always given Sal trouble even before he was a Brewers prospect and now big leaguer. And this is something he missed a few games with earlier in the year with a little scare on his meniscus there. This is something he's dealt with. So I guess if you're thinking about an injury for Sal, A, it's not anything new, and B, it's something he knows how to maintain and understand what this feels like to make sure that he stays okay. So the good news is the Brewers outfield has continued to produce. You have Blake Perkins back. You have Brandon Lockridge, who's been scorching baseball since coming over here to the Brewers in the Nestor Cortez trade. You got Collins, who's a Rookie of the Year candidate. It's another example of the Brewers' depth stepping in and doing their job while Sal takes probably a couple days off, and he'll be back and ready to go. This is something he's dealt with before. I don't think the Brewers are going to need to put him on the IL, but, man, these toolsy outfielders just continue to show out for these Brew Crew.
Yeah, and, you know, Sal's such an important part of you. You take different guys in this lineup that have really come on and really been a difference in this ball club. Sal's one of those main characters, not only just what he does at the plate, he's giving you such good at-bats, but his defense is just he's one of the best in all of baseball, a Gold Glove performer. And I think what they're doing with him is they haven't put him on the IL. They want to see how he reacts 3 or 4 days, see how that knee's reacting to some of the things that they're going to do to try to rectify the problems he's having. He's had it before. He's gone through it before. He's done different things in order to get back on the field. So I think with him, you can be patient. Your outfielders are playing really well. You're playing well as a team, and you're going to allow him to see how he feels in several days. If it doesn't come back, yeah, you might have to IL him and give him that little bit longer rest. But you will know in the next few days. And he's had this before, and I think they're trying every remedy they can to try to get to a situation where he feels more comfort and he can come back and play more consistent basis and not have problems with that knee.
All right, couple texts here as well. Dom, is this what it feels like to be a Yankees or Dodgers fan almost every year? No, actually it doesn't, because they would be complaining about every little thing despite having one of the best records in baseball. That's why you're not a Dodger or a Yankee fan, because Brewers fans understand, hey, this team's pretty good, and let's keep it celebrating that. This one from Peggy. This team is so magical right now. They need to harness it and ride it to the World Series, I believe. We got to talk about another one of those young studs coming in today, Logan Henderson. Plane, trains, and automobiles to get to D.C., but he comes in, delivers some quality work. We'll talk a little pitching on the other side of the break on 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
A well-placed mirror can be a decorator's best friend. And what I like best about adding a decorative mirror to a room is its ability to give it a bright, open feeling. It makes the most of a room's natural light, and that can give a real boost to your room's decor. So here are a few decorative mirror ideas that we can help you with. Say you have windows with a pretty view. Well, why not double your pleasure? Placing a large frame mirror directly across from a window that gets good light will give you great views from either side. Give your small apartment more space than meets the eye with a full wall mirror placed into a partially recessed wall. All you have to do is slide a chest or banquet in front of it, and the effect is subtle but very glamorous. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
With a dedicated Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. For 15 years, we've been serving businesses, organizations, and individuals in the area with a long-standing commitment to the healthcare and not-for-profit sectors. Whether it's expansion to commercial payments, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions to navigate your organization's complex needs. Experience the difference with Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 5th.
Cotroneo sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Atlanta Braves.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in August 5th at 6:15 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings.
It's time to buy or sell here on Brewers Extra Innings, brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, trust Tony Wendorf and Associates, one of the top real estate teams in Wisconsin, and part of First Weber Real Estate Services. They bring faith, family, and red carpet experience to every home deal. Let's step up to the plate together. WendorfTeam.firstweber.com. He's Jerry Augustine. I'm Dom Cotroneo. I'll tell you, one thing I'm buying is that Logan Henderson didn't skip a beat. I know he didn't get out of the fifth inning. I know he had to throw a lot of pitches today, 76 pitches to not get through 5. But I'm buying the fact that, man, he was attacking. Fastball command was really good. The changeup still flutter ball in there. And I'm buying the fact that he can continue to develop that cutter to be an effective third pitch for him because, you know, when you see these teams kind of key in on the changeup and then get surprised by heaters, it's another suggestion to say, hey, you throw a little wrinkle in that fastball with that cutter, you're going to break some bats. Maybe you'll end some at-bats sooner than you think because it's a pitch designed to get contact on it. But, man, I'm buying that Logan Henderson is still a bona fide big league pitcher.
Yeah, there's no question. I thought he threw the ball really well. Today his fastball was his key pitch, and they talked about his changeup wasn't as good as it usually is and wasn't having the great command of it. But it was a pitch that he could use to keep down in the zone and keep the hitters off stride. He threw it for a strike enough that it kept the hitters off strike, and then he was able to expand the strike zone, especially with that fastball up in the strike zone. He got a lot of swings on fastballs up in the strike zone today, and he's able to expand the strike zone because he's able to throw that changeup down, and every once in a while come back with a good, hard-sinking fastball down, and then every once in a while use the cutter and cutter and breaking ball that he uses. When he gets more command of that third pitch, yeah, he's going to be pretty devastating. And I still think that the changeup was an effective pitch for him. He was able to throw it strike at times. He was able to throw it to good locations. But his fastball today was his pitch, and he just went out there and battled and threw the ball very well.
When I look at what Logan Henderson needs to jump to the next level and to, you look at next year's rotation, he's going to be a candidate, obviously, for what the Brewers need to do next year, given all the free agents they have. But number one, a little more stamina. I mean, to be able to get through that fifth inning would have been huge. Now, granted, the score had something to do with it and where they were in the lineup, but that 10-pitch battle with Hassel clearly took something out of him there. And then he fell behind 2-0 on Millis, and then he gives up the double. Then he got ahead of Jacob Young, the 9-hitter, 0-2, but then allowed a hanging changeup base hit into left field. So you could see his stuff just slowly teeter there in that fifth inning that ultimately pulled him in, which I thought was a really good pull by Pat Murphy. So the mindset of this offseason for Logan Henderson, in my opinion, Augie, is, the physical toll that starting takes in your body, it requires a lot of endurance. And I think Logan Henderson is learning that stressful pitches in the big leagues take a lot more out of you than they do in AAA.
Oh, they sure do. And you look at today's game is the travel. He knows he's going to pitch today. You got to get to Washington. You got to pitch. That takes a little bit out of you. Kind of takes maybe a little bit out of you where you could go a little bit deeper in the game. But coming in and doing what he does best. He did that early in the game. Throw strikes, don't walk a lot of guys, stay in the strike zone. He was strike one a lot. I think a majority, 13 out of 15 or something like that. He had a really good ratio there. And this is where he has to be successful. And when he can throw the changeup down and utilize that to expand the strike zone with his fastball, he's going to be very effective. And like you said, he gets that third pitch where he has better command on both sides of the plate and being able to throw it when he wants to. That's just going to make him a better pitcher. But there's no doubt this kid is really throwing the ball well. He understands how to pitch on this level to be successful. He goes out there and he battles, and I tell you what, he gave him a great outing today, going out there and just holding the Nationals where they had to be, and did a nice job.
When you look at it for him, just to finish your thought there, 12 out of 18 first pitch strikes, 2/3. I mean, can't ask for much more than that. That was a really darn good day for Logan Henderson. Another thing I want to point out here real quick is the Brewers bullpen suddenly got a great breather here. Ashby and Hall. I know Hall didn't finish the ninth, but he still got 2 1/3 in mop-up duty, which is the hardest duty to pitch in, quite frankly, if you ask me. Ashby was great once again. Then Grant Anderson cleans up the ninth inning. But you look at it, you gave a breather to Koenig, you gave a breather to Mears and McGill and Uribe, and you're going into the Braves series and you're trying to beat up on a team that's down in the dumps a little bit right now. Then you get an off day on Thursday heading into the Mets series. So the point being here, Augie, is that the Brewers have really set themselves up for success, that they have a fresh bullpen going to Atlanta. Granted, you are the better team when you go down there, given what their season has gone like. But then you can hopefully keep this bullpen fresh as you get ready for another quote-unquote playoff series before October next weekend against the Mets.
Yeah, there's no question. I think I agree with you 100%. Keeping him healthy. On defense, a little bit of DL Hall. The way that the Brewers have been using the bullpen is when Ashby goes in the game, DL has very seldom had to go in after Aaron Ashby. So, just sometimes, and just a train of thought here, boy, you probably saw Aaron going in the game. Sometimes you dial yourself down a little bit. And then all of a sudden you're called, you got to go in the pitch, and you rush to get ready, and you go in there, you just don't have the good command. And I'm not saying that in defense. I'm just saying that I've been there where you all of a sudden, this is a routine you have. All of a sudden they change that routine a little bit, and it just gets you off of where your center of attention is and being able to command the pitches for him. And it looked like he's a little out of whack today of being able to command the pitches. But I think sometimes the change of routine can do that. But he's done such a great job. But the one thing about this club, Don, that I really like is they always say when you go to play a team like the Nationals, who are dismantled, they're all young kids. This is a young ball club. Their pitching staff is one of the worst in baseball. Going in there, it's so hard not to go in and play at their level. You go in and play at their level, and that sometimes can cause a problem. One thing this Brewer team did, they went into the Nationals after playing a tough series, and what they did is they played at their level, and that's a really compliment to this ball club, how they consistently go out and not worry about what the other team is, the team they're playing is, but playing the best they can do at their level, and it really showed in this series.
I agree entirely. That's a great call, Augie. Not playing down, playing to your standard, playing to the Brewers' standard, as Pat Murphy talks about all the time. All right, Augie, you got 3 wins under your belt this weekend. You can take the week off. Thank you, as always, for your analysis, my friend.
It was a lot of fun, Dom. It's great to see the way the Brewers are playing, and got a tough series going on in Atlanta. I wouldn't take them for granted, but this team is playing so well. What a great weekend. What a great way to watch a weekend and come in and get a good sweep, and the Brewers are playing really well. It'll be fun to watch them in Atlanta, and I'll see you next weekend.
All right, Jerry Augustine here on 620 WTMJ. Let me get to a couple of texts. We'll hear from Pat Murphy coming up in a bit as well. We got another 20 minutes or so left in the show on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all paired with your favorite sub, or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Think of your experienced quality electrician for remodels or smaller projects like replacing fixtures or fluorescent lights to LED, electric car charging port installs, and electric panel swap outs. Codes are about to change that require a more expensive breaker. Quality can help. And for a power outage, count on lightning fast emergency service.
Call quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Nobody likes it when their old water heater sings its last song. But if there's a positive side to it, say you upgrade now with a tankless water heater. That means instant hot water on demand. Those old water heaters aren't exactly efficient either, but you ride them as long as you can. And when they can't do the job anymore, call quality. Whether it's drain cleaning, snaking, or taking care of a leaky pipe or faucet.
Call quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Cotroneo with a 2-run blast.
That's the sound of August Brewers baseball in Milwaukee. Make the most of every remaining summer game day and get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. This is Brewers Extra Innings.
It's another win, 4 in a row for the Crew. They sweep the Nats. They won the finale against the Marlins, who, oh, by the way, they're just as hot as the Brewers, the Marlins are. They just swept the Yankees. Sneaky dark horse? They're at 500. Anyway, Brewers win today, 14-3. Time for our Player of the Game poll. It's brought to you by International Autos Group. Just like the game's MVP, you can drive into summer in style and save up to $10,000 on in-stock BMWs, Audis, Mercedes-Benz, and more. No tariffs, just huge savings. Visit iamilwaukee.com. International Autos Group, where ordinary needs to be extraordinary. Easy poll today. Bryce Terang wins it today with his first career 2-homer game. He's got a new career high in home runs hit for a season. For him, he's going to have a new career high in doubles here pretty soon. And oh, by the way, the Brewers still got 3 more years of control of Bryce Terang. And I'll never forget it. Craig Kashan said it very early in Bryce Terang's rookie year in 2023 that he reminds him so much of J.J. Hardy. And maybe the bat would be slow to develop early, but the quantum leap last year, the big sophomore jump, and now this year he's gotten even better. He's shown off some more bat speed. He's shown off some more strength. Bryce Terang has been a phenomenal baseball player for these Brewers. A few texts that I've rolled in here as well. This one from Nick. From the worst run differential to the best. Imagine telling yourself that after the first 4 games. Let's keep the good times rolling. I agree entirely. Jeff from Elkhorn. I don't know what to think anymore. Incredible series. Murph always says there's no secret sauce. I disagree. Depth, finding guys that play a certain way, and culture is their secret sauce. Lockridge is a perfect example of more depth. Henderson is more depth. It's just crazy what's going on. You're right. I mean, when you look at it for the Brewers, at the start of the year, they had a starting five that they thought they were going to have when they arrived in spring training, right? They thought it was going to be Freddie Peralta and Nestor Cortez and Aaron Savali and Tobias Myers and maybe Aaron Ashby, right? Well, Ashby gets hurt in spring training. Tobias gets hurt in spring training. Savali pulls his hamstring after 2 starts. Nestor has a forearm strain after 2 starts, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're only down to 1 guy. And yet, here they are with the best record in baseball on August 3rd. That is an organizational success to always have somebody ready to step in and go for this crew. And somebody pointed it out on Twitter as well. In those first 4 games that the Brewers allowed, 30-something runs total in those games, that of the runs allowed, almost all of them are no longer on the team, right? Elvin Rodriguez was DFA'd. Connor Thomas is out for the rest of the year. Chad Patrick's down in AAA right now. Granted, he only allowed a couple of those runs. Nestor Cortez is on the Padres now. Elvis Peguero was DFA'd. Brian Hudson was DFA'd. Tyler Alexander was DFA'd. So, again, like, the Brewers tried something, figured out it didn't work, made an adjustment, and here they are. Kudos to them. Kudos to Matt Arnold and company. And, again, Brandon Lockridge, I mean, look, I'm going to pat myself on the back here. We said it. Why should you doubt this team when they acquire a toolsy outfielder, right? They did it with Perkins. They did it with Collins. And here they are doing it again with Lockridge. Let them play ball. That's why the game's played on the field, not on a stat sheet, not on a spreadsheet. This team plays quality baseball. And I tweeted this earlier today, too. There was a extra 90s in that 6th and 7th innings. Great base running, aggressive, not chasing pitches out of the zone. Every Little League coach should just have like a movie party or just, hey, everyone come over to so-and-so's house. We're going to watch the Brewers play baseball. And we're going to point out things that we can do because the things that the Brewers do can be done at every single level of baseball. Yes, they have guys that can hit the ball 115 miles an hour off the bat. But they also have those same guys that understand, ground ball up the middle. Andrew Vaughn going first to third on a ground ball up the middle, not even hesitating rounding second base. Or Joey Ortiz recognizing a deep fly ball to center field when they're already up 5-1, going back to tag at first base and getting to second. I know it didn't produce a run, but that's another example of the Brewers just understanding how to play the game. And it's a style of game that will never go out of style. This is where another text that comes in as well, that you think about it for this team, there's no true weakness. There's something that they can do every single day. Oh, they're hitting home runs today? Cool. 2 of them today from Terang, 2 of them on Friday from Blake Perkins. Oh, everybody reached base. All 9 starters reached base in all 3 games. That's insane. That is a balanced attacking lineup. Can't say enough good things about the way this team is playing right now. Brewers win 14-3. We'll hear from the manager next, Pat Murphy, on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late-stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia problems, cognitive decline. It's their specialty. They're great at it. And they also offer early memory loss classes. They can help your loved one with locations throughout our state, many here in southeast Wisconsin. I've been in their facilities. They're top-notch. It's kindness at the core. It's compassion and empathy at Azura. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often, because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved. But here, you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange. Don't think twice. Call Geis.
For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeisDoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers win. Fun times. They're up 2 games on the Cubs, who also won today. They had a walk-off homer from Justin Turner. So they will get ready for the Reds. The Brewers will get ready for the Braves, as they just finished up the Speedway Classic today. The Braves won that one 4-2. Brewers Extra Innings also brought to you by Surfside, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside iced tea and vodka and Surfside lemonade and vodka, paired perfectly with a day at the ballpark and stocked at American Family Field all season long. Brewers win 14-3. The manager's happy he consumed some pancakes as well.
Yeah, they've been good. You know, the guys are loose, and there are a lot of guys haven't played very much. You know, if you look at Lockridge and Siegler, and they don't have very many Major League ABs. So once again, I go back to their hunger, and you know, they want to impress. They want to be here, and that matters. And then Durbin's been on the bench a couple days, so he's like, wait a minute. And that matters. You know, Ortiz finding himself, you know. So all that is collectively, it's really a healthy situation when you have young, hungry players. You know.
What do you sense with how they're all, like, you know, not just contributing, but they're all pulling for each other too right now when everyone's contributing?
Well, they're all in the same boat, you know. Collins, Perkins, Siegler, Lockridge, Ortiz, they didn't know they were going to be in the big leagues, and they don't know tomorrow if they're going to be in the big leagues. So that's kind of a good thing, you know, like they're on guard. And the guys that have been here know how hard it is, and, you know, they're trying to do what they can. But it starts with Yelich. When your top experienced offensive player is on base 5 times, that sets the tone for everyone else, that he's still playing, whether it's 10-1, 12-1, or whatever it is. He's still playing and conducting himself the way you should. So that rubs off on everybody else.
How about Turang? Almost won a month without a homer, and he goes twice full side. What do you think of his day?
Yeah, I mean, he's coming into his own. He's still, every year he's taken a little bit of a step. Last year was a quantum leap with how he played defense and everything else. This year he's kind of, you know, opened the season sick and with an injury, and you know, it was tough to start the season. You know, he missed a lot of spring training at the end, and then he tried to get right into it in April, and it was tougher on him. But yeah, he's a ball player, man. He's a ball player.
What did you think Logan handled the assignment today?
Yeah, I thought Logan was great. Yeah, it really was. You know, he's been through it now. How many starts has he made? 5? Is this 5?
I think so.
Yeah. He's given us a chance in all 5, you know. We've won all of them he's pitched, yeah. Well, that bodes well. Did he get the win today?
No. 4-3.
Mike was going to print some type of record or something. I liked it. I'm not into records, you know what I mean? Records. I'm not into records, Mike. He always writes the records. It'll be all over his little printout he puts out, you know. And then the guys will read it, and then, you know, of course, we'll get shut out 4 games in a row or something.
You all have had momentum at other points in the season and had momentum coming into the series already to some extent. But how can a series like this, when you're scoring and hitting like you have, build that going into the final 2 months?
Yeah, I think everybody's well aware of how it's going to be. It's not going to be, every game's not going to be like this. I think there's something to these guys together on the road. I think there's less distractions, and I think they pull together pretty good. I think they know it's still a long season. We got a long way to go, a long journey, especially and we got to recognize how this is happening, why it's happening. And once we do that and then kind of commit to some things, maybe we can, because everybody's feeling, we've been at it so long, everybody's feeling the first thing you can go to is, I'm so tired. Really? No, you're not. You know what I mean? Like, if your house was on fire, you'd get that energy back. Well, it's not that extreme or not that personal, but there's ways to find that energy and that adrenaline and realize what you have. So we're loose, we're having fun, but in the back of our mind, we know that this is not going to be without its adversity. We lose Frelick, we lose Churiel. Nobody mentions that 5 guys that started that final game in last year's playoffs, well, 6 guys that started that last game in our lineup are not with us right now. So 6 guys, you got them named yet? Bowers, Hoskins, Adames, G-Mitch, Churiel, and Frelick, and Tobias. So look at that. 7 or 10 in that game are not with us. So it speaks to how these young guys are taken to their opportunity.
He also added that he had 2 pocket pancakes today as well in that session as well. But to further double down on that point real quick, you look at it right now, Churiel on the IL, that's one from the starting lineup of last year's Game 3 of the wild card. Adames obviously gone in free agency. Gary Sanchez gone in free agency. Rhys Hoskins on the IL. Bowers didn't start the game, but he obviously came off the bench, so we'll count it. That's 5. Sal Frelick is available. He's active, so it would be 6 if you count that. But then you've got Tobias Myers, who's currently in AAA right now. Devin Williams, no comment. Joe Ross, he's with the Phillies. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Take our last break. Say goodnight after this on 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Real Estate Services, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Tony Wendorf and Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us today at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car's not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese Doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. Honey, we're gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online. And unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested, and if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it. And can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take a chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck! No! Oh, rats!
Start your search at ADAMM.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
I'm on top of the world.
All right, I've got 90 seconds left here on the show. Give you the broadcast schedule for the week ahead. Brewers head down to Atlanta. Went down to Georgia. Take on the Atlanta Braves. 6:15 first pitches each of the next 3 nights. That's right, no getaway day game because the Brewers have an off day on Thursday. So 6:15 airtime. We will have Brewers warm-up taking over at 5:45 to get you, rather 5:40, I should say, to get you started for each of those 3 games, and I'll be with you after each of these 3 games against the Braves. And then we'll have Brewers Weekly on Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and then it'll be the Mets coming to town next weekend. The Brewers get the win, so did the Cubs, so they remain 2 games clear in the division, but also they have the best record in baseball and the best run differential in baseball. I'll try to keep the good times rolling tomorrow, handing the ball to Quinn Priester going up against the Atlanta Braves. It'll be Priester tomorrow, Peralta on Tuesday, and Quintana on Wednesday before the off day, and then the Brewers will decide what their rotation will look like for the Mets the following weekend. So fun times this week in our nation's capital. The Brewers cap it off with a sweep and a perfect 6-0 against Washington. I will talk to you tomorrow night after the game. Brewers win big today. Our producer is Evan Wittallison. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Keep on swinging.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee